Humans are wired for connection, but not everyone feels at home in the crowd. Some, by temperament or experience, chart their own path at the edge of social groups, finding meaning not through blending in, but through a distinct sense of self. Modern neuroscience shows that some people, especially those with introverted temperaments, process information more deeply, with increased blood flow and heightened arousal in memory and problem-solving areas of the brain. High sensitivity to dopamine makes some individuals more easily overwhelmed in loud or chaotic settings, leading them to prefer calm, low-stimulation environments for recharging their energy. Unlike extroverts, whose social battery charges in company, these people rebuild their energy through solitude, introspection, and time spent with their thoughts. The minds of such individuals often travel further. Deep thinkers, problem solvers, imaginative planners. Their brains are wired for thorough, long-looped processing which favors reflection over speed. Research links introverted and self-reliant personalities to high empathy and deep listening skills. They often connect with others in meaningful, but less frequent ways. From the periphery, these people notice subtle social cues, patterns, and shifts in emotion that others miss, turning quiet observation into an invisible strength. Operating from a strong internal locus of control, such individuals decide their value and direction independently of social approval. They act with intrinsic motivation. Psychological studies show these individuals prefer fewer but deeper relationships, investing energy into meaningful connections over broad but shallow ties. Their reserve can lead to misunderstandings, mistaken for arrogance, shyness, or even aloofness when, in fact, their internal world is rich and alive. Research links an independent self-concept, rooted in solitude, with resilience and psychological well-being, especially after adversity or major life changes. High sensitivity and rich internal life mean these individuals can become bored with shallow routines, leading them to invent, create, or retreat into imagination and personal projects. They often become adept at wearing masks in public settings, a learned adaptation for social survival, but are happiest when able to set those masks aside. Setting boundaries is easier for those whose validation is internal. They risk disappointing others, but gain integrity and self-reliance by listening to their own limits. A well-developed sense of self allows greater tolerance for discomfort and loneliness, providing a buffer against anxiety and depressive spirals. Solitude is chosen, loneliness imposed. People confident in solitude learn to recognize when aloneness is restorative and when it's time to reach outward for balance. Numerous studies connect stable self-esteem, rooted in self-understanding and solitude, to greater overall well-being and life satisfaction. Experiments show that people with strong inner direction are far less likely to conform to group pressure, even when alone against many. Science shows that those with a robust self-concept handle change with less distress, adapting to transitions by relying on routines, self-reflection, and creativity. A hallmark is self-examination. These people continually ask what they need, think, or feel before acting, leading to lower likelihood of living inauthentically. They often take longer to make decisions, rooting choices through deep memory and values, rather than social cues or pressure to be quick. Many inventors, writers, and innovators share this psychology. The ability to focus and work alone with little external reward fosters breakthroughs in science and art. Experiencing the world from the edge often leads to deeper empathy and advocacy for other marginalized or misunderstood groups. Though rarely the loudest, these people's authenticity and insight influence others quietly. Leading teams, finding respect among those who value substance over flash. Many with unseen confidence find deep inspiration in time alone outdoors, where the rhythms of nature mirror inner pace and calm. Personal rituals become anchors, morning walks, journaling, quiet meals. These routines replace social structure with meaningful self-structure, Scientific research indicates that self-reliant thinkers regulate emotion through reflection, journaling, or creative work rather than alone by avoidance. Attachment theory finds that those comfortable in solitude often exhibit secure or earned secure attachment, capable of deep but independent relationships. Research shows that acknowledging one's own vulnerability rather than masking it leads to stronger self-confidence over time. Strong psychological independence reduces the risk of groupthink, the erosion of individual judgment to fit in. Scientists, artists, and leaders alike benefit from this trait. So much of confidence goes unseen, getting through hard days, managing setbacks, finding peace outside of approval. It's a quiet, real strength, never needing applause. The rare friendships or bonds they form tend to be life-changing, deep, sustaining, and often lasting for decades. Research confirms that autonomy and psychological independence are correlated with higher life satisfaction, lower regret, and greater peace with oneself in later life. There's always a sense of mystery, a part of such individuals that remains unshared, not because it is hidden out of fear, but because it is wholly theirs, an inner sanctum, a quiet engine powering a remarkable life.